Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new Reddit reactions video. Hello everyone, what is the tea? What is the Darjeeling, the Lapsang Souchong, the Scalding Hot Assam, the Earl Grey? What's the tea?
We're dying for it.
But yes, hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. And thank you for joining me today for another Reddit reactions video. And yes, today we're delving into a Reddit that I don't think I've ever done on my channel before. And that is FacePalm girls. I can imagine you can already tell what this is going to include. I've been warned that this is all just like people just being utterly stupid. Like some of the dumbest things you'll ever hear, some of the dumbest things you'll ever see, and just people being owned. And I'm very excited about that because you know what we love to do on our channel? We love to laugh at stupidity and ownage. Please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you are new so you don't miss any videos that are coming up. My name is Roly. If you don't know who I am, I do videos around a whole variety of topics and we have a lot of fun on the channel, so yeah, subscribe. But anyway, let's not beat around the bush Watlier and get on with these facepalm moments. So what's a tourist decides to grab lever during Grand Canyon helicopter.
No, that will kill us. Get that bastard!
Wait, what? Hang on, wait. So I don't know what lever that is, and she just goes to grab. Why would you grab hold of something?
No, that will kill us.
That will get like. Right, I don't know obviously what this lever is. He kind of like shoves it up a little bit. I don't know what it's doing, and then she decides to grab hold of it for some reason. Imagine just being in a car, right? You're in a car, someone's driving, you've got the gear shift, you've got the, the handbrake, you've got the steering wheel and stuff, and for no reason, you're just sitting there going, I'm gonna go play with the gear shift, and suddenly like you put it into a different gear and the car buckles and stalls, whatever, and you skid and crash. Like, you would never do that in a car. You would never just grab hold of the gear stick for no reason. Like, unless you're literally driving, you would never just grab hold of the gear stick and pull it. You would never just grab hold of the handbrake and just try to put the handbrake on while the car's like literally in motion. Say I'm in a helicopter, right? I'm in a helicopter. I've never actually been in a helicopter, but say I'm in a helicopter and there's all these like things around me and stuff. The pilot is like using this specific thing. The instant thing in my brain would go, oh, that's something to do with like, they obviously need to use it for steering or something. I don't know what it's for, but they're using it to fly the helicopter. The last thing in my mind to do was to grab hold of it. This person is being able to sit in the front in this helicopter. I am 100% sure that the driver, the pilot of the helicopter, was probably like, this is everything I need to do. Don't touch this. Can you make sure you keep your hands to yourself? Like, I'm sure they would have given you some kind of like safety briefing beforehand. The idea that you would just grab hold of this lever. Unhinged. But these are the kind of people that get the Darwin Award, really, isn't it?
You idiot!
So what is this?
I want to speak to those of you who are lactose
I want to speak to those who
intolerant. I have had so many.
Wait, does it say pray the
Kathy, would you please do a prayer for lactose intolerance? So in the name of Jesus, I come against lactose intolerance right now in Jesus' name. I speak and decree that your digestive system receives
this has to be a joke. No.
Dairy properly in the name of Jesus Christ. No bloating, no diarrhea, no upset stomach in the name of Jesus Christ.
No, stop
I command
it.
your body to have chemical balance in processing food, your digestive tract to work normally, your stomach, gallbladder, liver, colon, intestines, in the name of Jesus Christ. I break this curse off of you and I speak and decree Jesus' healing over you.
But God doesn't make any mistakes. God makes you in his own image. So if you're lactose intolerant, you've been born that way.
Isn't that right?
So now you're saying it's a curse, but that's God's will. So now you're going against God. What is this? Prayer for the lactose, just prayer for the lactose intolerant. And you think, I just had a look at this person's profile and everything they've posted is like this kind of stuff, praying for people. These like scammy people who do this kind of stuff, like it's so sick. The idea that like people are going through stuff and I pray in the name of Jesus, you're no longer be lactose intolerant. These kind of people start to do this and then it gets worse and worse. And before you know it, they're like in, actual like churches being like, get rid of your pills. You don't need to have your pills for your arthritis or your cancer or whatever. But throw them away. I pray that like, it's really sad. Like this kind of stuff, I hate it. Like it's really sad, really sad. Deranged, that's beyond facepalm. That's beyond facepalm. That's just like sad, like it's sad. TikToker says Target let her steal $3,000 worth of stuff over several years so they can actually send her to jail. What? stealing from Target for years and thinking nothing of it. Them compiling a whole case against me over the years and letting me steal over $3,000 so they can actually send me to jail.
Serves you right.
I can't believe I've been stealing from here for years and they've always let me get away with it, but now all of a sudden I have to go to jail. And so they let me steal. They were fine with me stealing all these...
The woman's demented.
Again, it's one of those things as well as like you've literally gone online to like do a TikTok about this as if like people are gonna be on your side. How are you so unwell? I don't understand these people. It's the same. It's the same ones who actually film themselves doing crimes and posting it on the internet as if like nothing's going to happen. Your ego is so huge that you go onto TikTok and post that as if like the world is gonna be like, oh, you poor girl. It must be so hard for you. Oh, they really let you steal, and it's rude of them to stop you and now send you to jail.
This must be a very hard time for you.
Okay, oh
Okay,
God.
Trump 24 or before.
Trump 24 or before, what does that mean?
What does that mean to you?
He's already president. He's already president.
Okay.
Meaning Donald Trump is president now.
He's president now. I believe he is.
Brain rot.
How would that work? Because Joe Biden has been the president, right?
Obama's been the president.
Obama has been the...
Obama said that he would like to run a third term if he could sit in his basement and call the shots, and that's exactly what he's doing.
But you just said that it's Obama's third term, but also that Trump is president.
He's calling the shots of all this mess that's
So
going on
Obama's
right now
calling the
and all
shots, but
disasters
Trump is
that he
president.
caused. Yeah.
But how is Obama calling the shots if Trump is still president?
Obama is sitting back and telling Obama.
You can see the cogs going in her brain, just like, oh, what am I going to say?
What to do.
But what is Biden if he's not the president?
He's a bumbling fool right now.
You look like the bumbling fool, bitch.
Matter if Obama was telling Biden what to do if Biden's not president.
Say that again.
Why would it matter if Obama was telling Biden what to do?
I just want to pause here. They really just create their own reality. They fully just create their own reality. Why would it matter if Obama was telling Biden what to do if he's not president? Yes.
If Biden wasn't president.
I'll see myself out. Goodbye. Goodbye. Nice to know you. Well, actually, it wasn't very nice to know you, to be honest. Bye.
Don't come back!
These people fully live in a f***ing fantasy land. What the hell was that? And then she has the audacity to be like, Biden's a bumbling fool. Well, what are you, madam?
A carbuncle, a blister, a festering pustule of malignant ooze.
A YouTuber is facing 20 years in prison after deliberately crashing a plane for views. I beg your So they hired a plane or bought a plane, decided to fly it over this wherever they are, parachute out. Yeah, look, there's no one else in here. They just parachuted out and just thought, we're just gonna let the plane just plummet to the ground and crash in the scenery. Like, it doesn't matter if it's over these mountains or something. The chance may be slim, but there is still a chance that maybe there was someone hiking. This looks like a road going down here. This looks like a road. And you just let the plane just crash into the ground? This is what I mean when I say that the need for attention and clout is truly, truly rotting people's brains. Rotting, like fully rotting. And I'm glad this person is facing up to 20 years for deliberately obscene. If masks were necessary for our survival as a species, we would have evolved one by now. Tell me you don't know what evolution is without telling me what evolution is. We have noses and mouths. We have airways. It is not natural for people to go around with face masks in their general life, and no amount of government propaganda can change that. Neil, do you wear shoes? Wow. That's not how evolution works. But can I just say one thing? Just say evolution actually works like that, right? That's how evolution works, okay? Evolution takes millions of years to adapt and evolve and change. Like, it takes a long ass fucking time. So even in the time that we've been like what we would consider humans now, we would not have evolved some kind of like screen over our face. That just would not have happened in this short space of time. As a society now, we change and adapt, and things are progressing so fast with things that we're doing. Evolution would never be able to catch up to what we're doing now. The fact that it happens in such a long process of time, we're changing in things so quickly about our existence. We're almost like taking control of it by like being able to adapt and change our own bodies with like medicine, technology, in the future, obviously more cyber kind of things. This is probably someone who is like a hardcore religious person who probably doesn't even believe in evolution to begin with.
You blithering idiot!
So someone's tweeted a photo of Joe Biden. Is that his son? Does this look like, oh yeah, does this look like an appropriate father-son interaction to you? Yes, who does Biden think he is, loving his only living son? I mean, you can tell this person's American because, like, around Europe, kissing someone on the cheek is, like, the most normal greeting thing you do. Like, to even people that you don't know very well, let alone, like, your actual family. Bonkers. These people will do anything to not only expose that they clearly don't love their own children. What is this supposed to, like, are you trying to say that he's incestuous? Like, what point are you trying to make, John, with this photo? I don't understand what you're what is the message you actually want to get across with what you've just said?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know. Please tell me. I need more information, John. The Black Plague disappeared without a vaccine, just saying. #anti-vax. It killed a third of Europe. Can you imagine being that ignorant to history, to think of the bubonic plague from the 1300s? I think it was the 1300s. That literally, yeah, it practically wiped out a third of Europe. And you'd be like, oh, it went away without any vaccines. The amount of people that died from it. Like, these people suffer from something far worse than like COVID or any of these other diseases. Like, this person like suffers from brain rot. You're so unaware of reality that you've concocted this like fake reality around you, and you're so immersed in it that you can't see how ridiculous you look. Living in total delusion is way worse to me personally. Like, this is you're not anti-vax, you're just anti-life.
Damn it, please, Dad.
Wait, what's this? We have 2 kids and 2 adults.
Yeah.
The reservation on our phone is clear, what we reserved.
Okay, so
Yeah.
What do you expect us to do?
Well, with that one, we could get you checked in. It came in as a king suite reservation, so it has a king bed and a sofa pull-out couch.
What do you expect us to do? We have 2 kids and us. We can't all sleep in a king bed. That's ridiculous.
Well, no, you sleep on the sofa.
Yeah, I understand.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
It's the way that Booking.com sent us
So
the
they've made a
reservation, so all that we have is that, and we're sold out for tonight.
I get that. So what do you expect us to do? That's my question.
Well, that's what I'm
Problem
saying.
solved.
Yes, so we could either check you into the room or we could cancel the reservation. That's the only 2
And
options.
sleep in our car? Do you
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, where else are we gonna go? Are there any
Where
other
else are we gonna go?
alternatives for us?
Wait. So this family has made a booking at this hotel through booking.com, and they booked a king suite, which has a king bed, which is a huge bed, by the way. A king size bed's massive. A king bed and a pull-out sofa bed. And they're saying that they can't sleep in it because they can't stay there for why? What?
Take the room as it is, or you're on your own.
What I can do to help you guys is get you guys checked into the room that has the king bed and the sofa pull-out couch. But apart from that, we don't have any other rooms to check you guys into. If it's regarding what you guys reserved, you would have to call Booking.com so that they could assist you with something that happened on their end. But this is just the information that we've received from Booking.com.
Regretting my career choice.
Who hasn't
Blake.
checked in? What else is available? Where more beds?
Who hasn't
We don't have any other rooms available.
Who hasn't checked in?
You can't just take someone else's reservation. The thing is, this person has reserved a king suite, which I guess would have said for 4 people, king size bed and a pull-out sofa that you can also use as a bed. That's the whole point of a pull-out sofa. But they're refusing to take it and then trying to use someone else's reservation and being like, I can't believe you do this to us. How? We're gonna have to now sleep in our car. Oh, boo-hoo. You're telling that you're so desperate for a room at this hotel that you would rather make a complaint and like potentially sleep in your car than sleep in a hotel room with a king size bed and a pull-out sofa. But for some reason you can't, your children can't sleep on a pull-out sofa? What? But now you're demanding someone else's reservation?
We held the room that we had the information for, which is the King Suite. That's what Booking.com sent over to us, so we kept that room for you guys.
How did you think 4 people would fit in?
How is 4 people going to fit? That would have been a 4-person room. If it's a king-size suite with a king-size bed and a double pull-out sofa, that would have been for 4.
When you see it come in, don't you go...
There's obviously going to be room in that for 4 people. And 2 of them are children!
No, because Booking.com sends us the information, so that's the reservation, and we hold it as it is.
So you think 4 of us can sleep in that room? That's your suggestion?
I'm not too sure how you guys were going to, do the setup in there. We just have the reservation as it was sent into us.
This is the thing. So if you're going through like a third party to book hotel rooms, it's not the hotel's problem if like they've done everything that Booking.com has sent to them. Like, that's not their fault.
I'm just stepping in, but you have a king bed and a pull-out bed, right?
Yeah.
You have 2 beds and 4 kids. 2 kids and us.
2 kids and us. It's 4 people.
It's none of your business either. What are you doing jumping into this?
Well, look, I mean, I don't think that
it's none of your business.
That's not really respectful. I think we can just go ahead and cancel your reservation.
Yeah, obscene. These people are like just absolutely obscene. Absolutely obscene. The idea that you could sit there and go, well, it's your fault. You should have booked this. Like, you would have booked this reservation. You obviously looked and said it's a king bedroom, can fit 4 people, and you've booked it. Or if there is some other error, you contact Booking.com and be like, look, this is what I booked. Check your reservation. The idea that you would then make this girl's life hell and make all these problems, but you're worried, you're like, I can't possibly sleep in our car. I know, you have a hotel room with a king-sized bed and a pull-out sofa that can fit 2 people. And then the guy is getting angry at the other person from butting in. And the only reason that this guy is getting angry with the bystander is because the bystander is telling the truth and he doesn't want to face that maybe he could potentially... He still has a bed. His kids are going to be sleeping in the double pull-out sofa. Like, stupid. Doctor wouldn't tie my tubes because I wasn't married and maybe someday my husband would want kids. Medically, my body belongs to a man I haven't met. Then what's really stupid as well, what's really dumb about this whole situation is 2 things. First of all, this girl doesn't want to have children. Fine, she's made the decision, wonderful. I also don't want children, relatable.
Ah! There's something on my leg. Get it off. Get it off.
You're assuming that she would want to marry someone who would want children. I can imagine a lot of the time, especially when it comes to heterosexual relationships, discussion of if you want children probably happens relatively early on in the relationship. Maybe there's some situations that maybe not. But like, if you're to the stage where you're going to get married, I'm sure that you would have had a child discussion at some point. So you would never get to this point where the man's like, I just want children. I can't believe that you've tied your tubes because I want children. Yeah, all these people who were like, let women speak. Silence. So this says, parents, kids are more depressed these days. I wonder why. Kids, you destroyed the economy for us. The earth is literally dying. We are going to work until we die. On top of that, the Nazis are back. Parents, it's those pesky iPhones. This is the thing that me and Luxaria talk about all the time, and it's this derangement where the older generation just love to blame modern technology for the way that like the world is now, or like younger people having like, they're actually like younger people have like a real stick up their ass about actually going to work or doing things. They're like, well, back in my day, I had to go to work at 3 a.m. in the morning as a 10-year-old boy, where I used to go down the mines and eat lead.
Does anyone give a shit?
Why do you want your children to have a horrible life? Like, you're telling me that's what you want for your children. But it's that notion, like the older generation really want their children to like suffer like they did. But also, I don't understand this idea that older generations think that the world's issues now are young people's fault. Absolutely not. Gen Alpha and like Gen Z have had absolutely no say when it comes to the way the world is now. Gen Z are only now kind of old enough to really start to implement change. I'm not sure what the oldest Gen Z is, but they must be maybe like 25. Like, they're only now really old enough to make real like change in the world and in their own shape or form. They're like, even millennials to a certain degree, we had no say on like housing prices going up the way that they've been. When the recession happened back in 2008, when money started like going a bit crazy, 2008, we were only 17. Like, I was only 17. None of us really have any say on that, and anyone younger than me as well would have no say in any of that kind of stuff. Like, it's not our fault that the housing crisis is happening and there's so much, no, everything's skyrocketing in prices and inflation rates are so high and interest rate. That's not our fault. It's boomers and like some Gen Xers are the reason the world is the way they are now. Like, it's not our fault. And yes, there is a discussion to be had where it comes to social media and things like TikTok destroying destroying attention spans and everything. But that's not what these people moan about. But also, it's always all of these same people who moan about social media who are also on social media moaning about social media. Like, get the fuck off if you hate it that much.
What on earth do you want?
Seems legit. Hello, I'm from the UK government. You need to pay £1,500 iTunes gift cards to me, or you will be under the rest. Oh, the rest of what?
5 men, 2 goats, and a camel?
So this is a tweet from It Girl. If you're 25 plus with no kids, you're the problem. So this was posted on FacePalm about a year ago. So we'll say 2023. The idea that you would say if you're 25, you're part of the problem. Without children, you're part of the problem is utterly deranged. Most people at the moment, especially with the cost of living, can just about survive themselves. A lot of people are living real paycheck to paycheck. Most people are really struggling when it comes to energy costs rising, all that stuff. There is so much shit going on in the world right now. The idea that you would go, if you're above 25 and you still don't have children, you're part of the problem. Deranged. What is it about the world that's wonderful at the moment that you would even want to bring a child into it? Please tell me, because I'm really struggling to understand. The world is completely divided. There's fights going constantly, wars going on, people being killed, like the cost of living is skyrocketing. It's really hard to even survive these days. Why would you bring a child into this world? What actually positive is there to bring a child into this world in this moment? Children cost so much money as well. Take away all the horrible things that are going on in the world. Just actually think about monetary wise. Children cost to give like a child like a nice life, giving the best but possibly have, like the best chance to possibly have in life to survival and grow up to be a nice, regular, integrated, normal human being who's got survival skills. Like, that costs a lot of money. A lot of money. And that's not taking into consideration where you live in the world. Like, obviously in the UK, we have the NHS, so much of what we can do is free. If you're in America, healthcare isn't free. So many things that you're going to have to pay for a child to do, like any illnesses that the child might actually have, or, you know, anything that might come with like an extra cost or like an extra burden to the life, whatever you want to call it. How are you going to survive that? But also, why do you care? Why do you care that? I will never understand this obsession that people who want children have with non-children families. Why do you have such an obsession with people not wanting children? You are obsessed?
Shut up!
Because, like, they always go, well, if you don't want children, why do you have to come on the internet and tell people? Because people like this, why do you have to come on the internet and go, if you're 25 plus and no kids, you're the problem? Good job, Elon. Nestle, we steal your water and sell it back to you. Do you remember that? Do you remember when all this shit was happening? I mean, like, although I really don't like Twitter anymore, I use it just because, like, I feel like I have to for my job. But, like, back before Elon took over, I actually quite enjoyed using Twitter. But this was definitely something when Elon Musk took over that I do look fondly back on, of the whole, like, taking away the ticks and giving ticks to anyone and being able to just buy them. People were like pretending to be companies for like a couple of weeks before he was able to kind of crack down it a little bit. And that this person pretending to be Nestle. We steal your water and sell it back to you. I mean, it's the truth. What's this? Oh yes, fair comparison. Obese is the N-word for plus size people. Obese, please. No, stop it. Take away any opinions you have over like body positivity, plus size, obesity. Like, what I'm about to say now is actually irrelevant to the whole actual real topic. But what I'm really sick of seeing is people equating the N-word to things. Like, Elon Musk did the same thing with the word cis, and like all of his followers, oh, cis is the N-word for the cisgender community. Like, oh, they use it, like... But they, you know, so things, these people were constantly comparing, like, using the N-words, like, the words that they would get called. Like, using the word cis is not the same as using the N-word to a black person. Like, it's just not the same. Like, the oppression of the cisgender people throughout the years go. And the same with the obese thing. Like, no, it's not the same thing as the N-word. Like, can we stop comparing things to the N-word? Like, it's so offensive. Like, it's so offensive. And there's no comparison. Like, it's just obscene. Oh, God, not Marjorie Taylor.
Watch your mouth, young man.
Let's look at the absentee voting history. So that's postal votes in America. 2012, Obama received 87,000. 2016, Clinton received 98,000. In 2020, Biden received 849,000. Notice anything fishy? Yes, your understanding of the world. People voted by mail because there was a full-on pandemic killing tens of thousands every month. It boggles my mind the level of derangement that this woman is. I find it hard to believe that this woman is actually real. Like, I genuinely don't understand how she's actually real.
I knew it.
Even now, she still comes up on my radar sometimes. So I follow it. Like, I try to keep my mind at least somewhat involved when it comes to like world politics. But like, I see the things that she does now. I'm like, you're still insane. And you're still like so obsessed with Donald Trump. He's not going to you.
How dare you speak to mommy like that?
But she is a weird human being. Like, she needs to be studied. And the thing is as well, because I remember when all the voter fraud stuff was happening and stuff, and they were like, oh, why is it that Biden suddenly had all these extra votes and blah, 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 blah. And why didn't Trump have all these extra votes, and why didn't he get all these postal votes? And it's like, because right-wingers were the ones who refused to stay at home and wear masks and all that stuff. So of course, the right-wingers were obviously having more in-person votes. The left-wing people were way more happy to stay home and actually do the rules and send in postal votes because they were more concerned about the health and safety of other people. How are you not clicking? How does that not click in your mind? Oh God, what's this? Congress still can't figure out the internet. Oh, Jesus Christ, not one of these.
If I move from here and go over there and sit with my Democrat friends, which will make them real nervous, does Google track my movement? Does Google,
you've got to activate
through this phone, know that I have moved here and moved over to the left?
Not by default. There may be a Google service which you've opted
Yeah, you have to opt in for like that kind of stuff.
So Google knows that I am moving over there. It's not a trick question. You know, you make $100 million.
I mean, he literally answered your question.
That question. Does Google know through this phone that I am moving over there and sitting next to Mr. Johnson? It's yes or no.
I won't be able to answer without looking at...
you can't say yes or no.
Without knowing more details.
Yes or no?
I genuinely don't know without knowing what
I'm shocked you don't know.
I'm shocked you... Well, he does know.
I think Google obviously does.
It's really scary that these people are the ones that get to make the rules about technology when they clearly have no idea how it works.
If you Google the word idiot under images, a picture of Donald Trump comes up. I just did that. How would that happen? How does such search work so that works?
For any time you type in a keyword.
Oh, shut up, Mr. Champ!
And crawl.
How do you not know how search results happen?
I have a 7-year-old granddaughter who picked up her phone before the election, and she's playing a little game, kind of game a kid would play, and up on there pops a picture of her grandfather. And I'm not going to say into the record what kind of language was used around that picture of her grandfather, but I'd ask you, how does that show up on a 7-year-old's iPhone who's playing a kid's game?
Congressman, iPhone is made by a different company, and so, you know, I mean...
it might have been an Android. It was a hand-me-down of some kind.
So you don't even know what you're talking about. Thing is, if a child is playing with a phone and a photo comes up that could have WhatsApp on it, that could have had, it could have had a mobile phone number. It's so stupid. These people are so stupid. Look, I'm not here to defend, Facebook and Google, all these like conglomerate corporations. You obviously do. I mean, to become that huge, it always has to be some underhanded stuff going on. And like, what I'm going to say now isn't really good to defend, but it's really worrying when people like this. I mean, I don't know exactly what this situation is. This is America, so I'm not sure exactly how all of their systems work and stuff, but this is obviously some kind of Congress meeting or something. I don't know. There are all these people here who obviously are like the chairman, the power, people who actually have the power to do things. And it's these people who don't understand that like a phone might have reception, and if someone sends a photo, that it's going to show up on the phone if it's got like WhatsApp or a SIM card in there or some kind of data. They don't understand that like people can send photos to a phone. They don't understand how like just the Google search works. That woman thought that someone is literally, well, I didn't play the whole video just because it was a long video, but some of the people in that video were like, so you're telling me that there's not someone just behind the scenes just putting these photos up the top? No. Imagine how much time that would take.
You don't have much time left.
The vendetta that you must have against someone, like, That's not how like it works. But they're the ones that get to decide what happens with technology. They're the ones that make the rules. They're the one that makes the laws. Like it's worrying that these people are up in these powerful positions, making decisions on things that they just don't understand the most basic stuff. And that's worrying, because the thing is, it's not just about technology. This happens in like every kind of like topic in industry and everything. There are so many times that I've seen people, again, just to refer to my own community, talking about LGBT issues in these rooms and in these Congress like parties and even in Parliament here in the UK. And they're talking about it with zero understanding of the topic, being like, they're doing this and this happens to this child. And it's like, so factually incorrect. It's so worrying that these people are the ones who make the decisions on your life. So baby has, anyone seen my baby? So this woman is sitting there. She's, oh, the baby's in her arm. Oh, and she thinks the baby's like lost. Oh, poor cow. She's probably exhausted from like, look. Oh no, I mean, oh, and the baby's there. Oh, hello, I found you. Got nothing. Yeah, she's like trying to like rock the baby here. She thinks the baby's in like this like little seat thing. And she's actually holding on to the baby. She's probably so exhausted. Oh.
My baby! Where's my baby?
We've all done, I've done this many times before, just holding my phone. The amount of times I've had my phone in my hands and suddenly going, where's my phone? Or it's in my pocket. And I'm like, it's in my pocket the whole time. So I guess actually being like a newborn mother, I mean, she's got another child, but like maybe she, like if you're not used to having kids around you, you might actually just forget suddenly. Oh, give her a coffee, girls. Fun fact. Oh, I love a fun fact. I wonder how fun this is going to be. Fun fact. If you rearrange the letters of Delta and Omicron, which were COVID variants, you get media control. You also get erotic almond. What's your point? They would find anything they possibly can to try to fit their narrative. No matter how ridiculous it is, there is always going to be something that they can use to prove their point, even if it's the most ridiculous thing ever. Do you consider this a human being? Someone's replied, yes. It's a pig embryo. Oh, I mean, if that's not like the biggest telling of how ignorant these people are. Like, you can even see a tail. Like, you can even see like the tail forming. Like, that's unpopular opinion. I'd rather get COVID than get the COVID vaccine. Later down the line, I'm in ER with COVID and pneumonia. Please pray for me if you have a moment. No.
You die first.
Future generations are going to look back on the COVID era of people and really see it as like, that was the day that humanity went insane. And the truth about how manipulated people can become happens, because the derangement that even now, so what, it's been like what, a few years since it all like kind of ended, whatever you want to say ended would be. Even now we look back and go like, what was wrong with people? And like, people are still going on about it now. Like, this is an old post, but like I still see things now about lockdowns and vaccines and COVID. Like, I still see things. Even like not even a week ago, I was on Reddit and someone was moaning about mask mandates. And I was like, no one has a mask mandate. Why are you still talking about it now? When we look back at historical moments in time, we go, those people were insane. Future generations are going to look back at the COVID era of things and just go, humanity was ill. So this is the quote tweet, and they said, what is the dumbest thing you've ever got in trouble for in school? This person's quote tweeted them and says, I was accused of plagiarism by 2 professors and was given a big, long talk about how serious it was taken. I was confused and crying by the end, poor thing. Then they showed me an art they thought I copied from. And it was my own art from my own website that had popped up in a Google image search. Shake my head! Gag! Gooped gag. Oh my God. This is the kind of moment, like, I wish I knew what happened next. I wish I knew what was next on this. Like, this is the kind of moment you want to be a fly on the wall. I would love to have seen the teachers. I bet as well they would have been like, you're lying to us. Wow. Poor thing at the end of it crying. They must have felt so terrible. And all of a sudden these teachers are like having to eat their own fist because oh God. So this says, a teacher battling cancer ran out of sick days. So school employees showered him with theirs. What if, hear me out, we didn't have a system that required a person battling cancer to rely on a generosity of their colleagues for sick days? That's absolutely disgusting. Wow. You're a school teacher teaching kids and you get one of the worst news around. You've got cancer. You have to deal with cancer, all that shit. And the school is like, you've run out of sick days. So either come into work or you're going to get fired. So your colleagues have to give you their sick days in order for you to be able to continue life. I don't know what the line or what the caveat would be of this, but I do think that in certain situations, there needs to be a thing where there is a limit where it goes, you know what? You're not just like going out, getting drunk and having hangovers all the time. Like, you're actually having a life-threatening illness. Maybe we won't penalize you for it. The idea that this is even a thing that needs to happen is absolutely revolting. But it just goes to show that this school and this company, however it's run, clearly doesn't care about you as a person. I know that you need a job and all that kind of stuff, but I do hope that maybe you'd be able to find a school that is a little bit more respectful of you as a human being. Imagine hating England. There's no country in the world more beautiful, and it's like some like nice countryside shots. I feel like when people say I hate England, they're not referring to the plants and cows.
Is that tea?
Oh God, him. Okay, so me and Luxera spoke about this guy a few times, but what the FAQ says, in 2002, a 19-year-old British garbage man won £10 million on the lottery. He spent it all on drugs, gambling, and prostitutes, and 8 years later was back working as a garbage man. Now, first of all, can I say, when it comes to jobs, there's nothing wrong with being I don't know what the official name is, like waste disposal people. Like, there's nothing wrong with being a binman. Like, that's absolutely fine. That is a fine career path to have. If that's what you're happy to do, wonderful. We need people to do those jobs. I'm in no way, shape, or form someone who would ever want to downgrade that by what I'm saying. Unfortunately, when it comes to the lottery, the reason the lottery and all that kind of stuff kind of works is because what is that flashing light? Someone was flashing. Am I going mad? Someone was flashing. Oh, there's a ghost in the house. There's a ghost in your wig, Yvette. Like, the reason that the lottery and stuff like that is so successful is because it preys upon the people who need it the most. When I worked in retail, I worked sometimes in the kiosk, and where my self-scan was right next to the kiosk as well. So even when I wasn't working in the kiosk, I was obviously overseeing a lot of stuff there anyway, because I could see through it and stuff, and I would help them out sometimes. I would always see, always, and I'm not saying this in a derogatory term, but it was always people who were quite clearly not very well off, people who were going through either poverty or going through, like, you know, I mean, I worked in retail at the time. I was making like literally no money at all. Like, I get it. Like, I wasn't well off myself at all. All the people that would come in who were buying like lottery tickets were always people who needed it the most. And unfortunately, they weren't buying like one, they were buying like 10 lottery tickets, 10 Thunderball draws, like scratch cards, because these people needed it the most. And so unfortunately, what happens sometimes is when these types of people win £10 million, you need some kind of training to understand what to do with that money. This guy obviously didn't, like, when you don't have any money whatsoever, it's really difficult to comprehend 10 million. I mean, I would find it incredibly difficult to comprehend 10 million pounds. I mean, and this guy was working at bin man. He wasn't like completely, he didn't have anything at all. But like, when people don't have money, when you grow up with no money or whatever, and you're not necessarily in the best, financial position, when you win a lot of money, you don't know how to handle it. And so many people will end up buying things, because he bought like a huge mansion. I remember reading his story years ago. He bought like a huge mansion that was like disgusting amount of bedrooms, completely unnecessary. Of course, when you buy things like that, the upkeep of those kind of buildings is so expensive that people don't think about that. They think, oh, they got millions and millions of pounds, they can just buy this huge mansion. And he was doing like quad biking in his front garden, he was gambling, he was buying prostitutes, and obviously that kind of stuff will just suck your money away so quickly. You need some kind of like actual financial support and training when it comes to winning such huge amounts of money, because it is very easy to just go back in a situation you were before because you don't know how to handle it. Wait, so what's this? Actual footage from our local theatre? What?
Are you kidding?
What is that that's flashing? Oh, it's my side light. There was something flashing. I was like, I'm not going crazy. It was like flashing. I was like, I knew I'm not crazy. I was like, there's something going on. I was like, something's flashing. I've had it quite a long time, so I think it's just a bit old now. It's starting to die. Okay, so we start this again, shall we? So, actual footage from our local movie theatre. So...
Are you kidding me?
Oh, man.
Oh, they're just playing off. Oh my, could you imagine going to a cinema and you see them just like opening up Amazon Prime to play a film that you've just spent like £20 to go see?
Yeah, they already started it. They gotta watch it from the beginning.
Oh my god. Maximum videos play? No, stop it! Wow, that's embarrassing. Embarrassing. Oh, wow. The closer you get, the slower I drive. Warning, do not touch my car. Back off, bitch. Back off, bumper humper. My brakes are good. How's your insurance? My brakes are awesome. Come closer, I will show. This is what this feels very like small dick energy. Like what's going on? Oh, and it's a crashed car. Oh god, silly, naughty. Something says karma, to be honest. The kind of people that love all that shit though and put all that stuff on their car, it's like, you're unwell. Like, these people are weird. Like, what are you trying to prove? Like, what are you trying to prove? It's so try hard. Marge, go, don't mess with me. So this is on like a dating app. I don't know what it is, but so it says, hey, you're not very tall. Are we still gonna have the you're and your conversation? Why include it in your bio? Rightio, because it's the first thing people ask, so saves them the time. Oh well, you aren't tall enough for me, sorry. Jesus effing Christ, you aren't hot enough to have a shit kind of personality. God's sake. Now, I'm not going to be under the illusion that people go onto dating apps and need to have like full-on conversations to be very polite and very like wonderful. Like, when you go on a dating app, you're not expecting to have like the most wonderful kind of experience with people. Like, you're going to get rejection. You're going to get that. Like, no one goes on a dating app being like, I'm going to get anyone I possibly want. I mean, this person probably only feels that they can just get whoever they want. But like, I understand being on a dating app, you're not going to have the most polite-ish discussion with people. A lot of it is going to be rejection. Fine. But if you're not interested in someone, you could just like not reply or just be like, not interested, sorry. There is literally no reason for you to ask about the tallness. Why is it in your bio? Well, you're not tall enough for me, sorry.
Shut your hole, bitch!
It's just rudeness for the sake of rudeness. You could have just been like, sorry, I'm not interested, and then moved on with your day. Well, guys, we are well and truly aboard that trigger train today. Choo choo, we are speeding down the railway, we are crashing off the cliff, and we are plunging to our deaths. Bye! Oh, squat for Jesus. Oh, Jesus loved a good peach. Oh, Jesus loved to get raw dogged on the last supper table. Oh, Jesus loved to jump out of airplanes and crash them on purpose to get 20 years in prison. Oh, Jesus was passed around in the showers. What do I even say? Thank you for the people who suggested me look at this Reddit. But also, I hate you. This one has over, well, how many followers does this one have? This Reddit has so many followers. 8.1 million. So I could probably make 100 videos on this thing. So if this video does well, I'll definitely do a part 2. Maybe I could do like a nice collab with Luxera on this one as well. This feels like a good one for collabing as well. So, wow. I genuinely don't have words to describe some of the stuff that we've seen today. Beyond salvable. These people are so unwell. But anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. Please, please, please hit the like button, subscribe, and yes, of course, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that are coming up. Today's Twitch shout out goes to Peachy Wiggles Girl. Thank you for following me over on Twitch. If you would like to be in with the chance of being the next Twitch shout out, come follow me on Twitch. It's Roly West over there. We stream multiple nights a week doing reactions and gaming. So come over, come join the fun. A massive shout out to my lovely Patreons whose names you can see on the side of the screen here. Thank you for being a patron, for helping me survive, girls. And an extra special shout out to my top tier Patreons, Kelly Rose, Nova, Rye Loves Rory, Cameron Pittman, Rishi, Athena Barrington, Erin Grace, Christina Kyle, Benjamin Baker, Aya, Robin Scott Palmer, Bethard, Steph Utek, Caitlin Wright, Chloe Louise, Shell Herman, and Kelly Bowser. Thank you for being my top tier Patreons. You guys are mwah, delishy wishy. Anyway, be fabulous, be amazing, be gay, be everything you want to be, and don't be like any of the people in this video because you are deranged.